All right guys, this is my 2024 What's in the Bag. It's actually been a little while since I've done one of these, but we're gonna go over the entire golf bag today. A couple new things you will see in my bag. I haven't even talked about them really yet. So let's get right into this. All right, so starting out with the QI10 driver here. I went with the LS model. Now there's 3 different models for this QI10. I actually have in my bag here the normal QI10 that I was trying. So here are 2 different models. Right now I'm hitting the LS a little further than this model, so I'm gonna stick with the LS. I was just testing that out. We have it on the normal setting here. This is a 9-degree head. This new QI10 with the blue face like this, it sounds so good. We got the Ventus 7X shaft in here, and you guys will notice a big sponsor of the teaching channel this year is Arccos. These are gonna be on all my golf clubs. They are tracking my distances, tracking a lot of different analytics, really cool stuff. You guys will see a lot more of that on the channel. That is the driver, the QI10 LS. All right, moving on to the 3-wood. Now this QI10 3-wood, I've only hit 3 times, and there's one reason, I'm gonna explain it. I switched heads. I originally had the tour head, which had the adjustable weight here. You guys probably have seen that. I actually went with the V-Steel, the normal QI10 3-wood head. It's a little bit more forgiving. It spins a little more, and I like that higher spin rate off the deck. When I'm coming into a par 5, I want that spin rate to be nice and high so it's landing soft on the green. So that is what I have. I have the QI10 here. And then shaft, we have an 8X Ventus blue shaft. Got to put my Arccos on it. It's actually, I just got this in the mail. Moving on to my hybrid. This is the Tour Edition QI10 hybrid. It's a 19.5 degree, a 3 hybrid. We have a 9X Ventus shaft in here with our Arccos. Really cool head. Now, one thing I really like about this club is it sets up like an iron. It looks like I'm hitting an iron. And for me, you know, when I'm looking down at something, I feel confident over a golf shot by the way the club looks. It looks like it's gonna hit it high and soft. I'll usually hit it good. If I look down at it, it looks closed, it looks open, it doesn't look like I'm gonna hit it good, I usually won't. So looks are a huge thing. I really like the look of my hybrid. That's a very important club for me coming into par 5s. That 3-wood and that hybrid are game changers when you're trying to score, just because when you get those opportunities and you need to go after a par 5 in 2 shots, you need that club in your bag that lands soft and can hold the green. One thing I want to talk about, which you guys probably haven't really seen, is this 2-iron here. I have 15 clubs in the bag right now. That is technically illegal. You're only allowed to have 14. I have a big event coming up that I'm gonna need to actually only have 14 for, but this 2-iron here I used in the UK with Rick. I love it. It just doesn't seem to fit into my bag right now. I feel like the hybrid does the job. The 2-iron doesn't go high enough for me, and the hybrid goes a little bit higher spin rate. But this is great for keeping it low under the wind, stingers, anything like that. I have a hazardous shaft in here, a low spin hazardous. Really cool club though. It's a P790 head. Very forgiving 2-iron. I like it a lot. So moving on to all of my irons. My pitching wedge through my 4-iron are all the P770. I don't have a combo set. I don't have the TWs anymore. I don't have the MBs. I have selected to use all P770s. Now, this decision was really big because at one point I was using the MB-MC combo, and at one point I was using the TW iron. So to go from those over to a very, very forgiving blade, it was an easy switch, but there are things that you lose along the way. With the blade, you're gonna be able to draw it more, work the ball more. With these, you're gonna hit it a lot straighter. They're more forgiving. You're not really gonna be able to work it as much. Going to these though has absolutely changed my game because if I mishit it now from 190 yards, I have a 6-iron in my hand. If I mishit it with this club versus a blade, it's gonna come up just short. The blade's gonna come up 20 yards short. So this, just dropping my ego, has been a huge game changer for me. Is there a time where I might go back to blades? There could be, but right now I'm really happy with these P770s. I've had these in the bag now for like 6-7 months, this full set, and I love it. But we got KBS money tapers in here, really good shaft. I actually got to meet Kim Braley. KB stands for Kim Braley. Super nice guy. Got me in all of these shafts. Got Golf Pride grips on here. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you, I dropped the ego. No more blades for me. I'm just using P770s. And one thing a lot of people like to say when I switched to these irons was, oh, you're gonna airmail the green, you're gonna catch flyers, they're gonna go way too far. Personally, I have not flown a green and like looked down and been like, what the heck happened in the last 7 months. These always seem to go the right yardage. Now, I think if you went to the P790, they would go a lot further. But these lofts are pretty standard. They're not really strong at all. All right, moving on to the wedges here. I have a 60, I have a 56, and I have a 52 degree. Now, a lot of people, they go 58, 54, 50. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. I've always felt comfortable with those gaps. I've used those since a junior golfer. These are the MG4 edition. Now, these things spin a ton. We got the raw finish, so you guys will notice a little bit of rust happening here on the face. They say rust makes the ball spin more. I don't know. Between you and I really don't know, but hopefully it does make it spin more. Really like these wedges. We have dynamic gold S400 tour issue shafts in here. And that's about it for the wedges. So let's move on to the putter here. You guys know I was using the arm lock for a while and I spoke really highly of it. Now the arm lock was great, 5, 6 feet and in, but when I got to those longer distances, I really was struggling with judging my speed. I switched to this, the Spider Tour X. Now, this is the smaller head. It's not the Tour, it's the Tour X, so it's got a little bit of a smaller head here. Love this thing. It's actually changed my game 100%. Since I started making more putts, I started playing better golf. When you start making those, you know, 6-foot par putts, you're always gonna play better, and that just feels so good with this putter. Everything's standard here. TaylorMade sent me this putter, and I just put it in the bag, and I absolutely loved it. But yeah, that's been a game changer for me. I think once I started making putts, everything changed, and I can confidently get over, you know, a 5-footer right now and feel really confident. Last thing I want to talk about is the bag here. Now, we have a TaylorMade Vessel bag with my logo on it. Love this bag, super light, really good quality. One of my favorite bags I've used, just because I feel like I've had this bag now for 7 months and there's been zero quality, like nothing's broken. Quality still stays the same, so love this bag. I mean, not paid to say this, but this is a really good golf bag. Also guys, huge thank you to Arccos for sponsoring the teaching channel. If you guys want to get a set of Arccos, go into the description, hit the link. If you guys want any TaylorMade stuff, there will be a link in the description. Any TaylorMade clubs you want, use my link. It helps me out, it supports me. Thank you guys, peace.